He's in there and tries to pull on the door, right? And this dude comes over and he's like, "Hey, man, my man's is in there. Give him a minute," right? And I'm like, "Fuck, what? I don't know. I don't know either one of these guys out here, right?" Bro, 30 seconds later, the guy is like kind of banging on the door. Like I didn't hear him just a minute ago. I don't know, like I left through the ceiling or something. And, when he's banging on the door, and then the bathroom, the shit bouncer, whatever this guy is, he pushes the dude and he's like, "Hey, what do we got here?"
Kyle from Indianapolis.
What's up, Kyle from Indianapolis? And I've been over there before, Indianapolis. Good place, man. I've relapsed over there. Onward.
Oh man, I was just wondering the dilemma lately, man. On the road a lot, and sometimes I gotta, take care of business. But I don't enjoy pooping in public places. So, I just wanted to get your thoughts on, the home court advantage versus an away game. If anyone else is having that issue.
Yeah, brother. Look, thank you for calling, man. And I'm sorry you're even having to do it. Your body can only hold so much food before it gives up. And it has to do a BM. And there's nothing, you're not doing anything wrong or anything. You're not a bad guy. You're not a little wuss or whatever your neighbor calls you. You're nothing like that. You're a regular guy and you just had too much food over a certain period of time. And yeah, I think one of the major issues is back in the day, they worked close to where they lived. A man worked at the bank and he lived 4 blocks from the bank. And that's a close amount. That's a shitter's distance, they used to call it. So a man could go and do a BM at home. Or there's sometimes a man would even have a camper and they do it in a camper. But now, yeah, so people worked near where they defecated. And so now, though, you have men flying around the world and traveling and being, you fly across the world and sell cement to somebody, or you do it, you drive down the damn, you'll drive over there to Boise and sell them some cabinets or something. And you're crapping the whole way there and back, crapping in other people's lands and other people's territories. And yeah, and your body gets nervous when you get further from home too. It used to be, there's like an old wives' tale, if you read a lot of like Native American literature or about some of their habits. If they walked too far, if they had to do a BM, it would be their body telling them, nerves would do that. So they would even defecate around an area and then come back just to, if they went near there again, the scent would warn them. This is an uncomfortable territory. So there's a lot of stuff built into that, man. And I'm sorry you're dealing with it. And I'm the kind of guy, I will usually kind of plan ahead. And that's what I think you should do, bud. Get your little timer or put a little, do a little BM timer or something. Dude, my grandmother, whenever I would anytime I'd go in the bathroom at her house, she would beat on the door and ask me if I was doing a BM or not. And I just think that's just insane to ask. Dude, I'll tell you, I got this crazy story. So I was in Seattle one night and I ran into the bathroom and there's a guy working in there, right? There's a brother in there in the bathroom. And so I run in there and I had to do a BM. And it was one of the guys who works in there. He's got cologne, he's putting a mint on you. And, and it just does all of that, towels you off. The dude will fucking hug you for an extra $1, all of that shit. $5 extra, he'll call you the N-word. For 10, you slip him 10, he'll call you the N-word. And so anyway, I run in there, I gotta go. I'm far from home. So I sit on I go in. So the second I close the door, he's like, "Don't worry, dog, I got you, bruh." I'm like, what does that mean? I got you, right? And now I'm like, what the hell? because sometimes those guys, when you're washing your hands, they'll like put the towel out before you're done, and now you feel like you're obligated to do business, right? So now I'm just like, I got you. What does this guy mean? You know, he's like, he hit on the door. Don't worry, dog, I got you. All right. So anyway, a couple minutes later, some guy comes in there and tries to pull on the door, right? And this dude comes over and he's like, hey, man, my man's is in there. Give him a minute, right? And I'm like, fuck, what? I don't know either one of these guys out here, right? Bro, 30 seconds later, the guy is like kind of banging on the door. Like I didn't hear him just a minute ago. I don't know. Like I left through the ceiling or something, and when he's banging on the door, and then the bathroom, the shit bouncer, whatever this guy is, he pushes the dude, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I told you, give my man some room, bro." And now I'm like, "What is going on, dude?" These guys start pushing each other, right? So there's like a melee. People come in there. Security comes in there, and the whole now there's like 12 people in this bathroom, bro, and I'm still in there, dude. Just far from home, bro. And anyway, I don't know where the story doesn't really end. It's just kind of, but it's just crazy when you have dudes fighting because you're trying to, do a BM or do a poop out of your body. So, what else do we have, man? Let's take another call that came in. A lot of beautiful calls here that come into the hotline.
Yo, Theo, this is Matt from Huntington Beach, California. Love the show, my man. Appreciate you. You had me dying. I just had to call in because I used to work at Disneyland, and I can 1,000% verify that it is the horniest place I have ever worked by far. Everybody is having sex with each other. Gay, straight, it doesn't matter. I used to operate all the rides in Fantasyland. So that's like, Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of the night,
straights and gays, you heard him, fellas and ladies, onward.
You have to pair up in groups of 2 to walk through the ride to make sure that no one left a purse or, there's not some lost kid in there or whatever, right? So that is where everyone hooks up. So people like, if you think someone is, cute or whatever, you'll be like, hey, do you want to walk through Peter Pan with me tonight?
I see. Bro, what would be the most embarrassing? You come out and she's like, it's a small world after all. And she's talking about your penis. Okay, bad joke. That's okay. Thanks, Dad. But yeah, that's what they're doing. And you can smell it if you go in there early. I bet you can still smell that musk from people being in love or sex, People doing sex, straight and gay styles. It's all in there. And that's Disneyland, baby. They'll do it. Everybody's out there. And they're doing sex by the rides. So I would be too. I mean, hell, I get a new damn dirt bike and I'll try and fuck near that thing. So it doesn't surprise me, but thank you for that on the street intel, boots on the ground there, Matt from Disneyland. And it's a real fuck mecca down there. People doing sex and looking at each other's bodies and all of that.